In a crime alert tonight, 2 people are recovering from gunshot wounds after an early morning shooting in central Columbia. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jillian Furtick. Police say officers responded to the Columbia Senior Activity Center on the business loop shortly after 3 o'clock this morning after reports of multiple shots heard in the area. ABC 17's Lindsay Burning talked to an official at the Senior Center today. Lindsay, she tells you there were about 300 people there at that center at the time.
Jillian, the Columbia Senior Activity Center says it often rents out the building for events. And this morning, a party was wrapping up at the Senior Center when multiple shots were fired. Columbia police say the lot was full of people and a physical disturbance broke out, which led to multiple people firing weapons. Jan Palmer, the president of the Columbia Senior Center Board of Directors, says she's holding an emergency board meeting Monday to talk about options for future safety precautions.
Could be that we don't have any more parties like this, that we don't rent to anyone, that parties will end at midnight, and that we'll have more security on the outside, not just on the inside. We might ask the police to do more drive-by through the parking lot.
Police did not release the names of the 2 victims, but say a 30-year-old man was shot in the back of the head and a 27-year-old man was shot in the torso. Both wounds are non-life-threatening, and the 2 went to the hospital by car, not by ambulance. Police say at least 1 car was also reported damaged from the gunfire. Original calls to 911 showed more than 25 shots were heard. Police found several shell casings on the west side of the Columbia Senior Activity Center parking lot. Palmer says this isn't the first time this has happened on the property.
We had some shell casings found at the parking lot last year, a few shell casings, and there was shots fired from the motel into our parking lot.
Police say by the time investigators got to the parking lot, most witnesses had left. The Columbia Senior Activity Center says they are turning over surveillance video to the police.
You know, there's only so much you can do, but our first priority is the safety of our seniors.
Palmer says she does not believe the people involved in the shooting were attendees of the event at the Senior Center. She says the security guard pats down everyone before entering the building. The Senior Center tells me there was no property damage to the building, and police say investigators are working to find out exactly how many shooters were involved.
Thanks a lot, Lindsay. If you know anything about that shooting, you're asked to call police, or you can call Crime Stoppers. That's the number on your screen to remain anonymous.